Love and immunity, beloveds. Going live today. I haven't been on here in a while, but I just had to reach out because life has been touching my heart really deep. I just lost an uncle, and beloveds, we have to really realize that my people perish because of lack of knowledge. And a lot of us don't realize that knowledge is not a job, it's not a teaching, it's not a belief, it is not a religion, it is nothing that you believe that has been taught to you. Knowledge is wisdom in which you came as life of this living body as. And my people perish because of lack of knowledge. A lot of us don't realize that we are not this body. I don't care what you've been taught to believe. I don't care what you believe, beloveds. We are passing like we are dropping like flies, people, beloveds. We need to understand we perish because of lack of knowledge. Yes, we will die. Yes, we will die because we don't understand the knowledge in which this body came to existence as. A lot of us don't understand. Do not honor the flesh. We must always honor the spirit. And a lot of people don't realize that spirit is cellular nature. Spirit is a cell. You are energy, beloveds. You are pure energy. You are pure light. And at every present moment, we are under attack because we believe ourselves to be something that we are not. The body is under attack of beliefs. A lot of you guys don't realize that we are not dying because we are sick. We are dying because our energy body, our E=mc2, which is pure spirit, is at war with itself. It's spiritual warfare going on between you and the body at every present moment. My people perish because of lack of knowledge, beloveds. And a lot of us are not getting this because we want to believe the outside source of teaching. But you are an internal being, and at every present moment, beloveds, we must honor ourselves as spirit. Spirit is the reason why this body became existence. There's no other right to this body but spirit. And yet when we get sick, and yet when we're going through things, we don't call on the thing in which came to give us life and to give us life abundantly. We call on other people's beliefs. We call on prayers, but your spirit goes before everything. Spirit is what uplifts those prayers. Spirit is what uplifts this body each and every day, keeping it well, keeping it as well as we will give it in beliefs. E=mc2 means mind is over matter. Mind is governed over this body. Mind is president over this body. Mind is parent over this body. And a lot of us, our understanding of this body is not healthy. So if your mind is constantly feeding the body unhealthy thoughts, unhealthy beliefs, and when things like the COVID comes, a lot of you guys don't understand what E=mc2 means. It means that we are a world that is created from energy that forms into matter, beloveds. This is something very beautiful, something very simple, and something very honorable to your knowledge. And your knowledge is not the teachings of the world. Your knowledge is this body being in its own embodiment of the spirit. And my people perish because of lack of knowledge, beloveds. And knowledge is needed when something pandemic comes, something universal, when this energy or this thought of the body's energy is out there just forming death, forming fear, forming all kinds of plagues amongst us, beloveds. And this is what you don't get. We are nothing but frequency and vibration, being a cellular nature. You don't understand that the cell birthed the body. This means that you are pure energy, E=mc2. And at every present moment, you must have knowledge of this. You must have understanding of this. And when you don't have understanding of this, when things like a pandemic comes, when things like something universal comes, it don't come after your names, beloveds. It don't come after your race, beloveds. It don't come after you being a sex, beloveds. It comes after the mind. E=mc2. Mind is over matter. It comes after our mind, beloveds. And right now we're just seeing too many people go. We're seeing too many people getting sick. We're seeing too many people uplifting something right now at a time where we need to come together collectively, beloveds, collectively as a mind set on knowledge. My people perish because of lack of knowledge. And too many of us, too many of our relatives, too many of our people have been passing away because of lack of knowledge. And we have the power, beloveds, at every present moment to start uplifting one another. But we choose to not do that because we continue to follow the beliefs of the world. But the world didn't create us, beloveds. E equals MC2. And at every present moment, beloveds, we are spiritual and we got the power to uplift life and death. And we don't call upon this life. We will honor the death. We will fear the death, but we will not call upon the life in which the spirit can uplift when we know our people are not well, when we know our people are sick, and when we know someone is in the hospital. Beloveds, we don't go in there feeling sorry for them. We don't go in there thinking that something bad is going to happen to them. At every present moment, we go in there with spirit. We go in there armed. We go in there with a wisdom so knowledgeable that nothing formed against it shall prosper. Beloveds, I tell you, we perish because of lack of knowledge. And it has got to stop, beloveds. At this time, we are in a spiritual warfare. And I know a lot of you guys don't want to hear this because you are so caught up on the external world. But beloveds, the only right you have to life is this body. You can think of your job, you can think of your money, but all that stuff is external. And that is the war that this body is up against on a daily basis. A war against its own body, its own matter, its own mind, because you would tend to take your matter and your mind outside and feed those external things before you feed the knowledge and the wisdom that lives inside of you, that will go before you at times when something like a pandemic, when something is sickening us. A lot of you guys don't realize that we are under spiritual warfare right now. And this is not to scare anyone. This is not to breed fear in anyone, because you know what? I don't mess with fear. And I don't mess with anything that scares me, because I know at the beginning and at the ending of all things, E equals MC2, this body is cellular, beloveds. It's pure energy. It's pure spirit. And we got the power to call upon it at any given time, every present moment of the day. But we got to stop calling upon those things in which do not sustain us, before this body will go before us in perfect health, in perfect well-being, and in perfect honor. At times when things like a pandemic comes around and it's taking us, it's just coming, snatching us. And it's not just the COVID. Anytime something pandemic comes, it's fear just breeding all around us. E equals MC2, beloveds. And you must understand this. I don't care what you're going through right now. I don't care if you believe you're on your deathbed right now. You don't give power to death. You never give power to death. You never give power to sickness. You never give power to anything in which has to do with this body, beloveds. You got to learn to honor yourself under pure knowledge. And knowledge has nothing to do with anything external. Knowledge is something that you have to become the embodiment of, beloveds. You are the embodiment of life. And the world got you chasing everything in life outside of you. So when times get rough, when circumstances and situations come, you don't know how to handle it. And you don't know how to go before your Lord and Savior and call upon the entity and the structure and the foundation in which can save lives, which can heal bodies. And beloveds, I just tell you, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. And I wasn't going to come on here, but this message came to me. It started talking to me, and somebody needs to hear this today. Somebody needs to hear this today. And I don't know who it is, but beloveds, you got to remember you are a cellular being, and at every present moment, that cell is under the perfect immunity of life. And immunity for this cellular body is pure love. Feed yourself love if you are sick right now. Feed yourself love, joy, anything positive right now. This message is going out to somebody. Somebody needed this message today, and that's why I'm on here. Share this message if you feel the need. If not, beloveds, it's going out there regardless, because we need this, beloveds. It's time for us to start standing as one living body of Christ, our spirit, our consciousness, and start understanding that we deserve better than we have been governing ourselves as. We deserve better than we have been uplifting this body of life as. And at this present time, we need to understand our people perish because of lack of knowledge. And knowledge is knowing that you are the embodiment of spirit. And at every present moment, this spirit will go before you. It will go before this body. It will go before your circumstances. But it will not do anything if you put something external before it, beloveds. It just does not work like that. And I know we've been taught by the world. I know we've been taught by all these occults and these systems. But beloveds, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. And that knowledge is wisdom. And it lives within its own self. And it came to tell its own self its story, But we keep taking our stories from the world, and the world cannot feed a cellular being. Love and light is our immunity, beloveds. And a lot of us, we don't house it. We don't uplift it on a daily basis. Right now, we got the power to uplift love in this body. We got the power to uplift love in another body right now and send healing and immunity and light and life to anyone who's in need of it right now. But we got to start honoring ourselves, because our people perish because of lack of knowledge. And knowledge is something that we cannot teach. Knowledge is something that we have to become the pure embodiment of. Pure consciousness, pure spirit, pure light, pure love, pure joy, because every cell in this body needs to be fed at every present moment a positive charge to life. You are a cellular nature. You are not a body. Don't treat yourself like a body. Don't teach yourself like a body. And don't believe yourself to be a body. And especially if you are going through something right now, beloveds, I tell you, honor yourself as a spirit. And if you can't do that, and if you can't understand this, I tell you, beloveds, feed yourself love. Feed yourself love. Feed yourself love. Feed yourself love at every present moment, because we cannot continue to perish because of lack of knowledge and wisdom, beloveds. I love you. May love and light and immunity embrace you, and may you spread nothing but love each and every day, because everyone is needing it right now. We are at spiritual warfare, and this is nothing to speak fear into the bodies of existence, because you got enough of it just going, accumulating. E=mc2, beloveds. And when you don't realize that you are a spiritual nature, you are not the body. And every time you believe this, what you are doing is you are weakening your immunity. Your immunity is life over this body. But at every present moment, we got the power to uplift life, or we got the power to uplift death. And in each and every moment, love. Love, love, love. I can't speak love more than I can speak anything that life has ever existed on. Love. You are a cellular nature, and every last one of those trillions of cells that govern this body and make up the biological makeup of this body is needing to be under its own immunity and something unconditional. Perfect love casts out all fear, because fear has to do with punishment, and we have punished this body for far too long with those worldly beliefs, and my people perish because of lack of knowledge. God bless you. God bless us all. And love. Love so beautifully. Love so unconditionally. Love so light. Love so worthy that it will embody itself as pure immunity. God bless us all. And I love you. Blessings to the holidays. Blessings to your bodies. Blessings to my family. I just want to tell you guys I love you. And we come from a foundation where we haven't seen death a lot. And I just want to tell you, we're going to get through this, beloveds. All of us is going to get through this. And I thank every one of you guys who have been out there supporting us and helping us. Uncle Sean, I love you. And I know you up there watching over us right now. God bless us all. Love you guys.